rain around overnight. Check the rain gauge, around 3 to 4 millimetres overnight. So not a lot, but just enough to give that surface a nice little top up, Nobby Norton.
Yeah, it is a perfect surface almost here for wet weather sport. A little bit of ground off at the what would I say, the bowling club end, Lockie. A little bit of turf sort of scuffed off in the goal square, but hey, both sides on the ground warming up for the game. Barmera, interesting, they got the cones out running around them. You know what, when I played footy, the last thing I wanted to see on an oval was a cone, because that meant you were running.
Very true, Nobby Norton, and usually, in your days, they would have been reserved for pre-season, that type of activity, but not in a modern sports science-focused world. And will that be Barmera Monash's undoing this afternoon? We will wait and see. It must be working all right. They come into this game sitting second on the ladder. Just the one win worth of points behind Waikerie. Yeah. Couple of draws Barmera Monash have had this year, so if they went the way of their advantage, they would have been on top of the ladder. It's a close season, it's got to be said. Loxton's coming to this game sitting fourth, a narrow loss last week and a late loss, which really hurts.
Yeah, it did, and in a game which they had under control for most of it and probably should have won. They'd be lamenting that loss, unless, of course, they can turn tables on the Roos today. Lights on here, Lockie. The LED lights are on here before we start, which is a good thing, a good move. Loxton Tigers warming up at the highway end, at the Sturt Highway end, and having a few kick-throughs. I reckon the wind here, there's quite a wind blowing off the lake, so it's a bit cool out there, but it seems to be going more across the ground than favouring one end. But if it is favouring an end at all, it would be the Sturt Highway end of the oval.
Very true, as some misty rain starts to set in on the lakeside as we speak. 5 AM football for McDonald's Renmark. As you mentioned, teams going through their paces as they come into this one. We do it all thanks to McDonald's Renmark. Berry Better, of course, your home of Lazy Boy in Riverland, and Battery or Berry, sponsors of our Young Charger Award. Couple of changes both sides today. Nobby Norton for the Barmera Monash Roos. Out goes Brodie Hill, Jotto Beach and Brad Barnes. In comes Matthew Watke, William Cowling and Tony Drogamella. For the Loxton Tigers, out goes Daniel Bibby, Shay Lange, Spiro Polymides, Ryder Montgomery and Luke Harder. In Ethan Cornish, Tristan Jackson, Zach Kirk, James Bowden, Hudson Voigt, and one other we just got word of before, a late out for the Loxton Tigers in Carter Wright, the main ruckman, in late Brock Salmon. He's an experienced campaigner, Brock Salmon, but a ruckman out in the way of Carter Wright, that's a big loss.
It is, and Carter's been in pretty good form. Although I'm thinking if you're going to have a ruckman out, maybe a side like Barmera's not necessarily such a bad side to be missing a ruckman from, because they don't have the big fellas like Loxton North do and Renmark, so and Berry for that matter. So if you're going to have a day when you're going to be missing your number one ruckman against a side like Barmera in conditions like this, might not be too bad. Maybe Carter's at home in his Lazy Boy with his feet up.
He could
listening to us today.
If you are, Carter, I hope to see you back at Riverland Footy soon. I think you'll be back again very soon. I did mention, I was going through some notes, Nobby, and I was looking at how these sides line up, and we called the game last week between Loxton and the Berry Demons, and we spoke about both sides having a slightly different gameplay, but today that spread is even further. Barmera Monash love that halfback structure. They've got a lot of what you'd call almost set plays. They've been doing it for a number of years. It's worked for them. Defensive driven early, but in the latter years have started to score a little bit more. Loxton play a little bit more of that free-willing type football. Yep. Not maybe to the extent of Berry, but a little bit more.
Yeah, you're right. And in a day like today where, like you said, a little bit of mist starting to tumble, I think it could be like this for the rest of the day, and a bit of wind, it might be more of a ground game than an aerial contest. And I'm looking through the Loxton lineup and I'm seeing guys like Harley Campbell, the coach Nathan Brown, Jesse Will, both the Evans boys, Jacob and Caden. Good ground ball players, good hard ball get players. I think Loxton might surprise us a bit here today, Lockie, with their game. And if they can go to their strengths, they might keep the pressure on Barmera Monash. In terms of you talking about the halfback rebound of the co-captains, Justin Bonney and Sam Butterworth off halfback, I'm thinking to myself, I am waiting every time we see Barmera play when is an opposition team going to literally man up those defenders like you would if they were half forwards and try and stop that rebound off half back and at least limit some of that rebound attack?
I like your thinking, Nobby, because they may be on the half-back line, but they are very much attacking players. Just had the coin toss. Jesse Will, the Loxton skipper, has won it. He's elected to kick to the highway end, the would be the western end, and just doing a quick bit
and
of
that's, and that's the end favoured by the breeze, if any end, Lockie, at all. Slight breeze favouring that end, and they warmed up down that end, so... might be a very good decision by Jesse to go that way.
Broadcast right, the Loxton Tigers. The Barmera Monash Roos kicking the broadcast left. The club room end here at the Lakeside. The Roos wearing their wellbeing round Guernseys today. They've done this for a couple of years now, and the whole club wearing the special purple Guernseys today. So good to see.
Yep, they have been saying that in Barmera's in their attacking side. They do have some goal-scoring ability there, and none more so than perhaps Lucas Hornet and the Loxton boys, Dane and Thomas, both having pretty good seasons, Lockie, and Dane in particular hitting the scoreboard. And also you've got to look at maybe some of the young guns. Lachlan Marks in particular I'm looking at. Might be a sort of day where he perhaps hits the scoreboard a few times.
The other player of note, Nobby Norton, and you speak about the Evans boys, particularly Caden and that, hardness at the ball. Big in for Barmera Monash, which sort of slipped past us a bit. Matthew Wadke, he's been in and out a bit this year, and I don't think he's been quite right this season. Might have been in patches, but he'll be looking to string a few games together because he is very much a finals player, and today could be one of his days.
And that's what I was thinking when you gave us the ins and outs earlier. I thought not a bad opportunity for Matthew to get back in, string a few games together, and hit the finals back in form. Also, Lockie, I'm also looking through the teams, and there's one bloke I haven't mentioned. If anyone that's listening is wondering why, it's because I'm saving up for last, and that's Steve Burton, who I know we didn't talk about Willis Medal this morning on 5RM Sports Saturday, but I've got a little circle around Steve Burton to be perhaps the favourite for the Willis Medal this year. And coming off the back of a game where he kicked 6 goals and was BOG, I think watch out for him today.
Very good. I presented him with a Riverland Sports Person of the Year Award finalist from 2017 today, Nobby Norton. I've been cleaning out a few cupboards at 5RM, and his name was on one of them.
Did he win the Willis Medal?
He did in 2017, yeah. So maybe...
So 9 years later?
Who knows?
And in between, he's won a couple of male medals in the Gawler and District League as well.
Very, very, very handy player for the Barmera Monash.
Here we go.
Must be said. Siren sounds and the first quarter gets underway on a misty lakeside oval. No team yet to take a clear possession. Oh, there we go. Barmera Monash get a handball off the deck, but it didn't go that far.
Caden Evans with it, starting off from where he finished last week, getting plenty of the footy. Loxton scrub it forward.
Barmera Monash on half-back. Oh, a bit of a short kick, bit indecisive. Now we get a kick away up to half-forward, and mark taken by Dane Austin. Thomas, rather.
Yeah, ball comes forward, half-back.
Crunched and wrapped up.
Loxton player tried to run out of half-back, was tackled for opportunity. That tackle was from Tony Drugamella, back in the side, gets a kick, goes down the middle, but turns it over.
Brandon Martin there for the Tigers, getting a hand to it. Here's Cornish. Oh, the handball was smothered. Now Watke for the Roos in the pocket. Can't quite scoop it up. Locked up. We get a ball up.
Pretty keen contest here in the opening minutes of the game. Riley Walton down on the ground, yet to get to his feet.
Getting up
bit
now.
Ginger there off half-back. No, he'll be all right. He'll continue on. He has the task of manning up Paul Spilios today.
That's a very fast player. Don't know who'd have the pace. I'd say Spilios might have him just for pace, but not by much.
Yep, Durden in ruck for Loxton in Carter Wright's absence. Big job falling on his shoulders today.
Yep, and he's not going to get much of a chop out, I wouldn't have thought, this afternoon. Katsitas in there for the Tigers might jump in for a little bit, maybe. A ball up again, 15 out from the Barmera Monash goal, and it's been tapped down to the Roos, and the goal straight away to Jamison Whitbourne. It was the Loxton ruckman that got the tap, but Barmera Monash read it well. And first score on the board.
Yep, 1 goal, Barmera Monash to Loxton, yet to score on the very better scoreboard. Look, Lockie, interesting that there was no discipline around that ball up from the Tigers. And given the sort of touch-up they got in stoppages last week from Berry, one would have thought that they might have gone to work on that a bit during the week and perhaps realised that you've got to man up at stoppages. particularly when they're inside your defensive 50. That was almost a absolute free kick to Jamison Whitbourne. No one within a couple of metres of me went through the pack, had an easy shot at goal and made no problems with it.
Would you call it a training drill? It looks quite similar.
Almost. Ball back in the middle.
Umpire Lassou going to put this one up in the air. And no ruckman got a hand on that at all. It appeared not be not.
No, Loxton trying to push it out of attack, but Barmera with the footy. Emerge from the pack, go forward to half forward. Nice spoil there by the Tiger defender, which was Voigt. Couldn't get it clear of the pack. Barmera with numbers. Out to Jamison Whitbourne, shoots it straight across the ground. Running onto it, Barmera players. 3-1. They look like there's more out there with that Guernsey colour, but I can assure you there aren't. Caden Evans grabs hold of the ball, taking the ground. That'll be a ball up at centre wing.
Cohen Harris there for the Barmera Monash Roos. I'm not sure who is Caden Evans' direct opponent. I'll be keen to keep an eye on that one. Ball up on the far wing. Good tap from Durden, but straight to the Roos. Kick up to right half forward. Mark not taken. Trying to wrestle that one out of there. Play on's the call. There's Voigt, wheels inboard. Finds a teammate. That is Salmon, Luke.
Goes forward for Loxton to half forward, but finds a Barmera defender, which is Justin Bonney at half back. Takes an easy mark. Quickly moves the ball on up through the middle. Chain of handballs to Butterworth. He goes short, too short. Couldn't get a mark paid. This time Butterworth breaks to the wing and takes an easy mark all on his own.
Up to half forward now, Barmera Monash. Spilt forward. Kick away now into the attacking 50. Drop short. No one able to really get a clean hand on it. Austin couldn't quite get that one out of there. Now Loxton cleared that one out, and that was Bougen up to the far wing, but intercept from the Roos. That's Cowling.
Yeah, great play.
On the rebound up to right half forward, and a good mark taken by Barmera Monash. And they're going to go inside.
I reckon that's Joe Ricketts on a long lead there. He dobs it back into the middle. Up goes Voigt, gets a fist on it. Started well, Oliver Voigt. Finished. Played a good game last week too, but this time, free kick to Watke. Zanovic paying him far too much attention when the ball wasn't there, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Lockie, if 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark is on in the coach's box down at Loxton, I'd say to him perhaps it's time for them to have another look at who's standing, Justin Bonney and Sam Butterworth, because they are getting plenty of the ball off half-back and driving Barmera forward.
Bit too easy. Watke now has his shot. Kicks from about 40 out. It's missed to the short side. It's missed a lot out on the full.
Did you note I said he should get... I didn't say he should get at least a point or a goal from this, Lockie, after last week.
Oh, it's good to see Harley Campbell's here today.
Yeah.
He'll be looking to have a big
redeem
game last
himself.
week. Ooh. Yeah. Must be said, it wasn't his doing that one.
No.
It was the position the side was in at the time. Probably shouldn't have been in that spot.
Loxton having trouble getting the ball out of their defence. Barmera pushing up and keeping the pressure on.
5.5 minutes played, first quarter.
Bonney and Durden both running into the ruck contest. Durden hand on it first. Loxton trying to extricate it with a handball. Comes out to number 20 was Brandon Martin. He clears defence. Ball there for Brown. He can't get a handle on it. He goes back over it, gets the handball out this time to Salmon. He gets it across, but handballs to no one. And Barmera players on this like a seagull on a chip, Lockie.
There was Ricketts hard at it. Loxton has somehow managed to lock that one down. We'll get a ball up. Butterworth on the bottom of that pack. All right, Butterworth, Bonney, the usual suspects, are getting plenty of possessions early. Riverland footy on 5RM.
Yeah, Jack Albrick sitting across here in the back play, all on his own in the middle, centre half forward for Barmera, and now they spread.
Looking at Loxton setting up here, they've got you'd call it a loose zone.
Yep.
Tregeagle sort of sitting loose in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, they're guarding space rather than players, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the way to play today.
No.
Drop short. Oh, we'll go another ball in, and that's the right call. Bit of a tough old day for the boundary umpires it might be this afternoon.
Yeah, red-shirted one, a trainee, which is good, having a go.
Oh.
Bonney takes it out of ruck. Handballs to a teammate, which I think was Jamison Whitbourne. Drives it forward, but that's out of bounds on the full. Will be a free kick to Loxton. Brody Rowlands to take the kick on the defensive 50.
So Loxton trying to take stock. Still yet to score. One goal to Barmera Monash so far. Could be a low-scoring afternoon. We'll wait and see. The Tigers now. Brown. They got a bit of space. Now Salmon goes back to Brown. Down the far wing. Inside attacking 50. The Tigers' first entry today. Mark not taken.
Yeah.
couple of bites at it, calling for a mark, but
I think
there was another set of hands in there.
I think a teammate might have had, he had one in first and third grab, and a teammate might have had number 2. Walton back on after...
That was Brock Salmon there.
Walton back on after an injury check, and he's back out there, easy to go, Riley Walton. Very important player for the Tigers, off half-back, not unlike a Bonnie or Butterworth off their half-back line.
Was just thinking the same thing. Plays very much in the same mould.
Yep.
So a ball in inside, attacking 50 for the Tigers. Barmera Monash get a hand on it. Here's Brown, read it well. The Tigers have got a loose player here. That's Cornish.
He's got pace.
Puts the Rockets on. Blazes past his opponent. Has a shot from 50. That's through the middle.
There we go.
That's the Tigers' first goal of the afternoon. Scores level at the Lakeside.
That is currently clubhouse leader for goal of the day for the goal of the day, Lockie, because he used his pace to break clear of his defender. Look like a bus stop here at the moment down at the interchange. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 interchanges for Barmera, 3 for Loxton. I don't think we get them all on the same bus.
No, you might need one. Well, I joke about the Berry Football Club supporter buses growing bigger every week. Would that fit him on there or not?
Or maybe just. Hey, look, a great goal. The scores are back to level. I think Barmera may be a point up, I think. Are they, Lockie? Or that was out in the full, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's 1 goal apiece here on the Berry Better scoreboard. And it's pretty reflective of how the game's being played. Both sides having a willing contest here and getting enough of it.
A small crowd today, but passionate. It's days like today, you know who your real club supporters are, Nobby Norton.
I think the reason we're not seeing too many heads is they might all be sitting in their cars, Lockie.
That's good to see. Ball up, spills out towards the far wing. Barmera Monash get a couple of handballs, link up, but Loxton try to intercept that. Oh, good bump. Yep. And now the Tigers gain possession. Handball inboard. There's Salmon. Now through the middle. Couple of handballs. A bit of a link up. Or one too many handballs. Coughs it up. We'll get a ball up left half forward.
I don't mind that, Lockie. The Tigers taking the game on. Like you said, was one too many handballs, but trying to keep possession and run the ball forward rather than give it back to those defenders across half back. Up in the pack, no one able to get clear. There'll be another ball up there. This is on the halfway between the centre wing and Loxton forward 50 on the town side. Loxton having a dip here.
Hudson Voigt in there, coming pretty well early. Now the tie is Harley Campbell, and that takes it out of bounds. We'll get a ball in.
Durden getting his hand to it first here against Bonnie and Ruck. The challenge for Burden's going to be how long he can keep going.
Ball up, goes over the back of the Rucks, but here's Salmon for the Tigers. Blazes inside 50, a long kick. Barmera Monash getting their hands on it, but now Caden Evans off the deck. It's rolling. Is it going to roll back? It's a minor score.
It was a top spinner rather. He needed a bit of leg break on that one, Lockie, to get that through, but a great pick up there from Caden Evans, and a likely looking attacking move.
1-1-7 Loxton, Barmera Monash, just the 1 goal. Loxton take the lead for the first time today. 10.5 minutes played.
Short kick out into the back pocket there from Barmera. They run it along the ground, but intercepted this time by number 4. Turned straight around. That number 4 was Harley Campbell. Turned straight around and drilled a teammate on a fast lead, who'll go back and have a shot for goal.
Jesse Will from
about 40 out, who'll kick this. I'm not going to put the kiss of death on him like I have been prone to, but normally a pretty good avenue to goal for the Tigers.
Mention those seagulls. I can hear them, Nobby Norton.
Yeah. They are. They're floating off the lake. It's warmer here than out there on the water. Jesse Will goes back, has a deliberate shot. Goal umpire doesn't move. His teammates do. They get around him as he kicks Loxton's second goal for the day to take them to 2 goals, 1-13, leading Barmera 1 solitary goal on the Berry Better scoreboard. I think that might be about a 2 or 3 goal breeze then anyway, Lockie. So the Tigers, even though they're in front, will probably need to be this far in front going against it next quarter.
Just looking at how Barmera Monash set up on that kick out, it almost was they expected to take that from half back and just blaze away, not really thinking about what would happen if there was a rebound, because that caught out Barmera Monash like I hadn't seen before this year.
Well, Campbell was very quick to intercept that and quickly turned around and drilled the ball to his captain on the lead. Ball back up in the middle. Barmera player taken without the ball will get the free kick in the middle. And I reckon that might be Butterworth, is it?
It's
Spilios, yep. He'll come this side. He'll come on his left foot. No, he goes back across town side. Picks out a teammate. He chips it short forward. Out to Warnett at half forward. He comes back into the middle. No, wasn't Warnett. Butterworth, who comes across to Bonnie. How many times are we going to say that today, Lockie? How many are they getting? Easy, unmarked kicks at half back. Back to Spilios, who's still inside the centre square. Drives Barmera into attack, looking for Ricketts, who pulls down a solid mark under pressure from Oliver Voigt.
That could be a mark of the day contender. Waste no time, looks for a teammate and finds one in the far pocket. And Barmera Monash are going to go back for another set shot, and that is Sam Butterworth.
Yeah, Butterworth drifting down off half-back and held Oliver Voigt, Hudson Voigt this time under the footy, judged it quickly, got hold of it. He goes back to have a deliberate shot at goal. He likes it, they like it. That takes Barmera to 2 straight goals, 12, trailing Loxton 2-1-13 on the very better scoreboard.
On a day where goals could be a premium, we've seen 4 so far between the two sides, 13 minutes played.
I see Barmera got the old AFL thing happening. You kick a goal, you come straight off. I can never quite get my head around that, but
seems to be working. They've done it for a couple of years now. Yeah. Loxton still traditional. Don't come off unless you're hurt.
So Butterworth coming to the bench after kicking that goal, replaced by Jamison Whitbourne, who goes straight into the middle. Maybe Butterworth playing an on-ball role today rather than more defensive.
Keep an eye on that one this afternoon. 5am footy for McDonald's Renmark, 91.5 FM, 801am, 89.9 in Waikerie, and on the iHeart app. Back up in the air it goes. And Durden's getting some height with the ruck, but it's been won by Barmera Monash. Brown got his hands on it for the Tigers, however. He's going to get a free kick.
Yeah,
he was held late.
He was held late. That's Jordan Beach in the ruck there for Barmera, chopping out while Bonnie's having a rest. Walton off half-back for Loxton, drives him into attack, looking for Armfield, but he couldn't get there first. But back on it he goes, puts the pressure on Barmera, clear defence, but through comes Walton again.
Impact player so far now. Brown gets the loose ball off the deck, concedes a bit of ground, looking for a teammate with space, and finds Durden, still in the centre square. Went to go to the left forward flank, and that's where he's going to drill it. Gives it a bit of height. To a contest. Mark, not paid, over the back it goes. It's going to be a free kick for a push.
Yeah, the big fella took a little bit too long to make up his mind what he wanted to do with it then. But you can't put all the blame on him. With ruckman, you need someone cycling past them to take the handball to get on with it.
Now, Barmera Monash, we've seen this before, up to Ricketts at right half forward. It was Warnett that got the original pick up off the deck. Now inside 50 they go on the lead. Can't take the mark, and a good spoil from the Tiger defender. That was Martin, and that spills out of bounds. We'll get a ball in.
Yeah, Ricketts started well at centre half forward here, leading Oliver Voigt across and around the ground. Oliver will have to make sure he's got his roller skates on today to keep up with Ricketts.
Yeah, so in the absence of Jono Beach up forward today, Dan Wesley appears to be the key forward so far. Loxton, get a handball on it, get a smothered kick rather. Still at half back. Austin now for the Roos. Gets it to Saxton Mitchell, who's a long way from the defence. Inside 50. Yeah. Warnett couldn't wrap it up. Now the Tigers. Campbell tries to shake his opponent and does. Gets it up, but intercept straight away from the Roos, and there's numbers here, Nobby Norton.
Yeah, straight across the middle to Spilios. Takes the mark at true centre half forward. Chips it, looking for a player, and finds one. Nice mark taken there, coming across the front of the pack, and that's Steve Burton.
Straight in front, Nobby Norton.
Yeah, it's about just inside his range. Burton, are not a long kicker of the ball, but as we know, kicked more than a handful in recent weeks, and knows where the goals are.
There's a couple of changes both sides going on as
Bus stop active again. Where's the conductor? Burton goes back, misses this time to the left for 1 point, and that ties the scores up here at the Lakeside, with each side 2 goals, 1-13 apiece on the Berry Better scoreboard.
16 and a half minutes played. 5RM football. Went to Brown in the left pocket. Then he went coast to coast to the other pocket and finds captain Jesse Will. Goes short. Finds Katsitas. Still in defensive 50. They're going to go back the other way here. Now
4 possessions, and they're still only 5 metres out from the Barmera goal.
Now Trig Eagle. They've cleared a little bit of space, but Barmera Monash set up the zone. Inboard to Walton. Dangerous kick, but able to take it.
One good thing about this play is while it has risk, it's keeping Barmera honest, making him come forward up the ground, which is providing space behind. Ball into the middle to the big fella Durden. Takes the mark. Once again takes a bit. This is better. Has a player streaming past, which is Campbell. He looks up, goes wide, gets a teammate out on the centre wing.
Tregeagle goes up the line to Armfield.
Nice mark by the big fella, hands out in front of the face, got the dukes up, takes the mark, goes on the left foot, goes deep and gets his forward in the forward lines.
Hudson Voigt.
I reckon that's Hudson Voigt up there. 40's got the long sleeves, looking to get into your long sleeve team of the year, Lockie.
He could be. He could be getting in the team of the year.
The long sleeve team of the year?
I think he's borrowed Drew Kasolki's Guernsey. He's not playing today. Yeah. He normally rocks the number 3 for the Tigers.
You know why Drew's not playing? Because he's in far warmer climes. Okay. He's in the Northern Territory.
So, Voigt now, tight angle. Umpire's not moved. Oh, it's hit the post.
That brings up another behind on the scoreboard, which takes Loxton into the lead, 2-2-14, leading Barmera 2-1-13 by 1 point on the Berry scoreboard as time elapses in this first quarter, down to the last 5 minutes. Barmera bring it out of defence, short, take a mark.
5 in football for McDonald's Renmark.
Cross they come wide, and Ricketts all the way down from centre forward takes the mark at half back for Barmera.
So 18 and a half minutes played. Right up in front of us here at broadcast wing, Nobby Norton, and it's a loose footy. Burton soccers it forward.
Oh, what a kick. Hit first time, hits his teammate on the chest, and that was Austin. Thomas turns around, gets on with it quickly. Only Martin and Watke together, but well done by Martin. Keeps the ball in and keeps it on Watke's chest and brings him to the ground for a ball up. Watke had him covered for pace, but Martin was equal to the task.
It's not a bad matchup there. Keep an eye on that one.
Whoa.
Tap from Barmera Monash, but Brown for the Tigers was out the back. Loose footy. And there's Zach Kirk. He's wrapped up with it. He went the handball, but then hesitated, holding the ball.
What he did do, Lockie, is he went the don't argue with the left arm, and as soon as you go the don't argue, the umpire's going to ping you for holding the ball if you do not get the handball away straight away. So
Butterworth,
lining up for
all the
second.
players you don't want to give a free kick to in front of goal.
I think Butterworth slid into the Jonathan Beach role today, Lockie, up forward. And this will be his second shot at goal, second set shot, directly in front, 35 out, leans back, and the goal umpire does not move other than to sway back as the ball travels over his head. And that's a goal, takes Barmera to 3-1-19, leading Loxton 2-1-13 by a goal on the Berry scoreboard.
5 in football for McDonald's Renmark. The cafe coffee, it's worth the detour. Rich rounded on the all-day menu. Breeze dropping out a little bit here. Just looking at the lake itself. No white caps today, Nobby. So,
any sailing boats out there?
No sailing today. It's a bit unfortunate. I was looking forward to, I don't know, giving the Mosquito a bit of a run this afternoon.
I thought you might have been going to call the race at half time, Lockie.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah, ball back in the middle. Loxton leading, Barmera Monash leading Loxton by 1 goal here on the Berry scoreboard, with only 3 minutes left in this quarter.
Ball up. Barmera Monash can't quite grind that one out. We'll get a ball up in the middle. We're going to go around the grounds again pretty soon. I forgot to mention I got the Panther phone hooked up this afternoon, Nobby. Get some scores from Loxton North pretty soon.
Good thing you're not using the carrier pigeon. They'd be struggling to fly into that breeze. Oh. Barmera with the free kick in the middle. It's Chris Bonney this time, the Barmera ruckman. He goes straight down the middle to centre half forward and picks out a player. I reckon that's Lucas Warnett there at half forward.
Lovely mark.
Yeah, nice mark under pressure. Goes on the left foot, plays on, goes deep into attack, right to the goal square. Out the back is Ricketts. Rises but couldn't brag it in. Handball out to a teammate. That ball was through for one behind. Takes Barmera to 3-2-20, leading Loxton 2-1-13 on the Berry scoreboard.
5 footy. Lockie Winwood, I'll be Norton this afternoon. Well into time on. 21 and a half minutes played. Port Adelaide playing this afternoon. We'll get some updates from that pretty soon.
Can you smell that barbecue, onion and stuff just wafting beautiful. Up from underneath? Not quite good. Barmera with the kick. Bring it straight back across the ground. 4 Barmera players, not one Loxton player within them. Bonnie goes short, but well played by the Tigers, by Captain Jesse Will. He intercepted what was going to be a lay-down opportunity for Barmera to kick a goal. Well done by the Loxton skipper.
Go, Rose, come on!
Saved a certain attempt at goal there.
He tried to pretend he was being held onto then for a free kick, but the umpire saw straight through.
Oh, straight through goes Whitbourne again at the pack. Gets the handball out, this time to Drugamilla. Onto his left, a bit uncomfortable on that left foot. Gets it across, handball out to Wacky. Wacky, he's not uncomfortable in front of goal, and he drills that through for another goal. So Barmera Monash takes him to 4-10-26, leading Loxton 2-1-13. Game starting to break for the Roos. They put on a lot of pressure up forward and a lot of pressure around the football.
It was unfortunate for the Tigers, and Wacky lost his footing and slipped over, hit the deck, and in the time it took him to get back up on the lead, he was right place, right time, and all the Loxton players just left him, not thinking he was going to be anywhere near it. And unfortunately, he was in the right place, right time, and that's the Roos' fourth of the afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of players from the Barmera side starting to get their hands on the footy, and I mentioned Warnett. He was pivotal in driving that ball forward, and Bonnie and Ruck starting to get a little bit of it too.
Back in the middle it goes. Quarter time rapidly approaching. Tigers get their hands on it.
Brock Salmon, who's been thrown into the ruck, takes the tap out, gets the handball. This time it comes across the ground. Loxton play with no opportunity there to get a hold of the ball. This time it comes to... Who was that?
It was 18. I reckon that was Lachlan Marks.
Further up the ground than we normally see him. He'll get it back here. Comes back, gets the kick back from his teammate. Goes onto the left, drives it wide to half forward, and finds Jamison Whitbourne. He gets straight on with it, down the middle. Up goal. What a mark. What a cracking mark. That's Void, I reckon, is it?
Mark of the day right there. Might have to get air traffic control onto that one.
Yeah, Oliver Void. That is easily the mark of the day at the moment. That's on the podium.
He's hurt himself. He's going to take the kick. Mark of the day. Well done, young lad. Good mark. Someone eligible for the Young Charger Award too for Batcherell Berry. Handballs off quickly to Brown. Now drills up to the broadcast wing. Here's Salmon. Gets a handball over the top to Voigt. Voigt shakes his opponent. Kicks inside 50. Looking for a player on a lead. And a lovely mark taken. And that's Harley Campbell. Pops it over quickly. Looking for Durden. Didn't hit the target. It's a foot race. Rushed through by the Roos defender, Saxton Mitchell. And that's a minor score for the Tigers. 2-3-15.
I was just thinking as Oliver Voigt rose off the ground to take that hanger there, Lockie, that couldn't imagine his father Travis or grandfather Murray getting that far off the ground in their playing days.
Barmera Monash with the kick out, but it's been intercepted. Ethan Cornish of the Tigers at half forward.
Both very solid footballers and champion footballers, but prisoners of gravity.
I love that phrase. Inboard attacking 50 years. Harley Campbell breaks away from his opponents, gets it to Armfield. Armfield now to Salmon, who's having a pretty good game so far, pops it to the pocket and out on the full. Have that one a bit too much.
He was looking for Hudson Voigt, but he overshot him with the kick and she's gone out in the full. Loxton all of a sudden in the last 2 minutes upping the ante here and getting a bit of the ball, but unfortunately not putting it on the scoreboard.
That free will I was chatting about pre-game starting to rise a little bit for the Tigers. Whoa! Is it Mark of the Day or something? Another
must be
not quite dragged in, but they all flew up for it. Up to the broadcast wing, out of bounds.
That was Lachlan Marks there trying to get up. He might have needed a step ladder to get up there, but he got 2/3 of the way up.
I love it. Competition. There's nothing on it.
There we go. Quarter time here at Lakeside Oval. Barmera Monash 4-2-26 leading Loxton 2-1-13 on the Berry Better scoreboard.
This is 5RM football. leading Loxton 2-3 at 15 at Nobby Norton. Let's go around the grounds quickly for 5RM football at Waikerie. It's the Magpies 4-3-27 leading Berry 1-1-7, and Loxton North, the Panthers, the home side 2-4-16 leading Renmark 2-2-14.
And at the parade, it's Nord well and truly in control by about 15 goals over North Adelaide. Sturt in second quarter, 40 points up on South Adelaide. And believe it or not, Lockie, down at the Bay, Central District's in front of the base by 22 points.
Save the best to the end of the season.
Yeah, the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs, they're back.
And their coach, Paul Thomas, just announced he's not continuing, so it might be one of those, coach-driven things. Hey, good players here at the Barmera Oval. Goal kickers in the first quarter. Sam Butterworth with 2 for Barmera. Watke and Jamison singles. For Loxton, Jesse Will with a goal and Ethan Cornish with a goal as play starts here at the Oval again.
Yep, that breeze has dropped out. It's Loxton that get the first clearance up to half forward. It's going to be Burton for the Roos. It gets a wild kick away through the middle, a bit of a top spinner, and gave a bit of air over the top. Locked up, not far from the centre circle. You'd call it centre circle adjacent.
Yeah, poor old Jake Durden there. The ball bounced over his head. If you were playing cricket, you'd be checking the pitch and tapping it down. Burton with the free kick in the middle for Barmera. He will drive them into attack. Short, comes across to Butterworth. Butterworth takes the mark, plays on, drives them in, looking for a forward, but across in front of the pack was Martin, couldn't pull it down. Out it comes.
Cornish got a handball over the top to Caden Evans, who just locks it up at left half back. And we'll get the ball up.
He doesn't mind the hard stuff, Caden Evans. Took three Barmera players to wrap him up and bring him down. Barmera Monash leading here at the moment. I think that scoreboard's out by a point. I think it's 4-2 to 2-4. I think it's a 10-point margin on the very better scoreboard to Barmera Monash.
Voigt through the contest. He gave it a pitching wedge kick, but it found Spilios for the Roos. Now they go inside 50 on the lead. Mark not taken, but it's going to be a free kick for high anyway, and the Roos will go back for a shot on goal.
Yeah, a fair call, but a pretty tough opposition for
Wesley.
It's Wesley, was it? Yeah, Wesley's in front leading, and that's why the umpire's got to look after him in front leading. I think it was Katsiadis that was on his hammer and just slid into him as they both hit the ground.
So a kick from 45 out, slide angle to the left. Umpire's not moving, and that's a goal.
Through it goes.
A major.
Another first goal of the second quarter to Barmera Monash to Dan Wesley, and that takes the score to 5-2-32, leading Loxton 2-4-16.
I've got 2-3-15 on my mail.
2-3? They have fixed the scoreboard then. You're correct, I'm wrong.
That's all right. 5RM football for McDonald's Renmark live from Barmera this afternoon. And a lovely kick there from Dan Wesley.
Bit of AFL scores here. Lockie, Freo leading Melbourne by 10 points at the G. Freo will be happy to get a win at the MCG because they'll be looking to come back for the last game of the year at the MCG and win again.
You'd think so. Some opposition sides can get lost there, as we know all too well. Back in the middle, and it's going to be Butterworth that got the handball from Chris Bonney. Now they have to work through the middle, up half forward. That was Whitbourne. Look, Wesley spills through the back of the hands. Martin working hard for Loxton. Free kick's going to be paid, and it's going to go to the Roos for a high.
Yeah, Barmera moving that ball very quickly into the forward lines, putting the Loxton defence under pressure. Pressure that when they're one-on-one with those Barmera players streaming forward, pretty hard to handle.
And that is Wesley again. He's on a far out, much tighter than he was before. Will only be a couple of metres in from the boundary. He's going to start this kick on the paint at 50. He'll have to kick it from 40 out. Ignores the lead from his teammate. Gives it a good ride. I think he's overcooked it to the pocket. Still in play. Walton for the Tigers bombs it out of there, but straight into the hands of Chris Bonney for the Roos, and they're going to go back inside 50 once again, I would think.
Plenty of Barmera players waiting underneath that ball. I mean, Jack Albrecht had to get out of the way so his teammate could come through and take the mark. Goes short on the lead. The second in line nearly pulled that in, which was Joey Ricketts. Couldn't pull it in. Ball thumped around amongst the pack. Umpire says, "I'll have it, fellas. We're going to ball this up 40 metres out from the Barmera goal."
All up. Durden doing the ruck work for the Tigers. Voigt spills out. gets it to Will. Now a couple more link-up handballs. Will again gets it on the boot quickly and finds Salmon on the broadcast wing.
Yeah, not one of Loxton's better players, Luke Salmon. Played pretty well last week too. Comes down the wing, looking for Armfield. Hands up, can't drag it in. Caden Evans there, couldn't get his hands on it either. Loxton player grabs the ball, but it's quickly set upon by a Barmera opponent, and that was Ethan Cornish had that footy. Ball up on centre wing. Coach's box, Lakeside.
No one really wanting to put their hands on it. Nathan Brown gets it. Will go again.
He reached in for that footy, but he had nowhere to go, so the ump will now throw it up again.
Ball up. Good
Bonnie.
tap from Bonnie.
Looking for Burton, but Burton couldn't get his hands on it and break clear of the pack, and the umpire comes back in.
Just looking at that, it's almost as if Nathan Brown and Steve Burton both know they've really got nowhere to go, so they don't really want to be the ones that pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But they're waiting for the other one to get their hands on it.
Yeah, Bonnie taps it towards the goals this time over his head, but first onto it was Harley Campbell, taken high, but the umpire didn't quite pick that up. But that's okay. That players' backs to both of them. Another ball up.
5RM footy. Over the back goes Burton.
Out comes Campbell with the ball onto his left foot. Goes short, looking for a teammate, but chopped out by Justin Bonnie at centre wing. He gets straight on with it, goes in the middle, gets a teammate. This is Whitbourne, who's having a great day out today. Drives Barmera deep into attack.
It's going to spout that Watke. Socketed off the deck. It's going to beat the players to the goals. And that's Watke's second. Umpire says yes, it is.
Both coming in similar fashion. It's almost like he doesn't need arms or hands.
That was I'm going to say that was about a 3 out of 10 in terms of a soccer. It really wasn't that good, but didn't seem to matter, and that's frustrating for the opposition when you're not even trying to score goals and they're still going through.
Well, when I went across at quarter time, Lockie, and marked out my current podium positions for mark of the day and goal of the day, I had Matt Watke down as the goal of the day leader, and I tell you what, after that one, he now has 2 on the podium.
Right place, right time once again.
And he has 2 goals.
Maybe other teams, opposition sides might need to factor that one in. Just follow him around, you'll get to the footy.
That takes the lead out to 23 points here to Barmera Monash on the Barrybetta scoreboard. Out the middle comes Bonnie with the handball. Didn't go up for the ruck, the handball, but this time Harley Campbell in the way. Drives Loxton back into attack. Good contest there between Jesse Will and Saxton Mitchell. Mitchell never gives his opponent much room to move. Handball from Spilios out towards Ogle. Ogle comes back in the middle, gets Steve Burton. He switches play out to Butterworth, all on his own again. Goes into attack to Jack Albrick at half forward. Barmera with loose players everywhere, but Loxton going to have to start manning up a little bit tighter here. Burton comes for a spell, replaced by Dottermate at the bench.
Albrick now inside attacking 50 for the Roos. Durden, good little intercept from the side for the Tigers, looking for the boundary. Gets there in the end, will get a ball in 20 metres around from the Barmera Monash goal, now kicking to broadcast right.
Loxton have pushed players into defence to the point of where they only have 2 players ahead of centre.
Ball in. A good tight contest, socket out. Trying to find Tregeagle, but it's not going to get there. The boundary line's going to beat him, and
umpire says I'll throw it in.
Wrapped up as he went across the boundary line. The ball in again. 23 points the margin. 6-2-38, leading Loxton 2-3-15 on the very better scoreboard. We're live again. Tigers get the clearance. Good bit of work. Harley Campbell shakes his opponent, has a bounce. Got a kick away when he was getting tackled. Now he's Caden Evans in the middle. Classy disposal there from Campbell. Found Evans. He goes forward, misses his teammate, which was...
Salmon. Salmon, was it? Yeah, it was Brock Salmon.
Yep.
He's having a spell up forward. Couldn't quite reel it in. Back on, putting the pressure back on. Barmera come out of half-back, goes across the middle. Ruckman, Chris Bonnie takes the mark at centre half-back. He comes across to brother. Justin's drifting down, all on his own again. I'm not sure if that Loxton coach's box has got Riverland Radio 5RM for footy for McDonald's on, because they surely would be picking up how many times he gets the ball.
Up to right half forward now for Barmera Monash. Here's Warnett. Handball's back inboard to patrol. They had to get it off the deck, but managed to spill it forward. Now Tony Drugamuller inside 50. A couple of loose bobbles on the ground, but gets it up off the deck, slots it through, And the goal of the day, contenders are coming in thick and fast as Barmera Monash kick their 7th of the afternoon.
And I think you'll find, Lockie, that one has now taken the pole position for goal of the day. Nice play by Drugamilla, reached in, got bustled a little bit, but managed to take control of the ball. 2 steps later, snapped it onto his boot, no mistake. But there was loose Barmera players literally everywhere in that forward line. Tigers starting to lose a little bit of composure here, a little bit of discipline.
We saw that first quarter. There was some good patches from the Tigers and, led this match for a stage there. But since Barmera Monash took the lead in that first quarter, it really has been all things ruse. And we'll go again back in the middle.
Yeah, and it's all starting across half-back. Interesting to see that that young fella Lachlan Marks having a go back up on the wing today. We've seen him a few times this year where he's been pretty much played deep in the forward lines. Here's one bloke that hasn't thrown in the towel. Harley Campbell, lovely use of the ball, but down the middle to centre half forward to Coach Nathan Brown. He's not the tallest Loxton player on the ground.
Here's Cornish. Umpires called a free here. It's going to be a push. So it's going to be Barmera Monash on half-back.
Brown infringing there to Drugamilla, the last goal kicker. Crossed to Sam Butterworth, onto his left foot. Shoots it out wide, looking for Austin. He couldn't bring it in. Did he touch it, or is it a free kick? It's a free kick to Loxton for last disposal. Right on centre wing. Townside jumps short to Salmon. Luke.
He'd be in the Tigers' best this afternoon.
Yeah, he's got a few ticks next to his name, Lockie.
Now up to Campbell, but couldn't take it cleanly. Hits the deck, wrapped up. We'll have a ball up. Far wing here between wing and half forward. I find that position hard to describe, Nubby Norton. Do you say a high half forward or do you say a deep wing?
Deep wing, I think, Lockie's the best way. Yeah. Ball comes out towards Will, snaps it onto his boot, goes forward. Bit of a haphazard fashion, but into the Loxton forward lines. But Barmera to the task, comes across the line, out to Ogle. Ogle goes across the ground, looking for Petrole there, but Loxton player in the way. Voigt. Oliver couldn't get a hand on it. Ball comes forward for Barmera. Another handball out wide, this time to Ricketts in a bit of space for Barmera. Drives them deep into attack. Loxton defender reaches across, gets a hand on it, but ball comes back in the back play. Oh, there'll be a 25.
Yeah, Wesley on the left. Got a kick away to Drugamilla, and Drugamilla's going to get the 25-metre bonus here.
Might be 2 goals in a row for Tony Drugamilla. Back into the Barmera lineup today, making the most of his opportunities, and the bus stop active again. Barmera players interchanging.
So still got to kick it on the angle. This is a true 45.
Yeah, not much of an angle though.
Oh, has he overshot that? He hasn't. That's another major. Barmera Monash, 8 goals, 250, leading at Loxton 2-3-15 on the very better scoreboard.
Yeah, stay tuned because Loxton have got to show us how much fight they've got to get back in this game.
Big afternoon of footy, that's for sure. We'll go around the grounds again very soon at 5 RM. It's a big round of footy. Loxton still in the hunt for that final spot, along with Loxton North and Berry.
Not a good sign there for the Tigers. Key defender Nicholas Casadis limping from the ground, replaced by James Bougen, who goes deep into defence. I think he had the job on the tall forward up there in... I think he's ended up with Burton now. That's not someone you want to be standing. Who's at full forward for Barmera, Lockie?
Oh, we'll have a look right now. We've got Austin and Dan Wesley.
Yeah, Austin he was on. Handball comes out. Brown with the ball for Loxton. Tries to drive him forward. Soccers off the ground. Ball coming forward in a haphazard manner. Loxton with the ball. Back to Brown. He gets timed. Runs onto his left. Gets back onto his right. Drives it to the goal square. Harley Campbell... Excellent play, manages to wrestle Trent Ogle away from the footy, protects the space and goes back to the ball. Good play by Campbell and also by Brown.
Tigers have still got some players doing a bit, but there's not enough of them. We need to see more.
If you're looking over my shoulder, Lockie, there's ticks next to Campbell, Salmon, Brown, Will, Oliver Voigt at half-back and Brandon Martin. Not too many others with ticks next to their name at the moment.
On the left.
Lovely kick.
Restores a little bit for the Tigers this afternoon. That's their third. Brings the margin back down to 29 points on the very better scoreboard.
Yeah, under 5 goals. It was starting to get ugly. If they can bounce out of the middle here now and add another to it, all of a sudden they're back in the hunt. Bit of momentum.
Well, we've seen the Tigers score quickly.
Oh, they can.
And I know more so than last week when we saw them, they were 3 goals down at 8 minutes gone in the first quarter, and quarter time the score's level.
Holy dolly. Upset at the G. Demons have come from 10 points down to win by 4.
Whoa.
Look out.
Well, those teams from the West can get lost at the MCG. So can teams from South Australia, for that matter. Back in the middle it goes here at the Lakeside, and one player that's not lost is Steve Burden, up to Wesley in the 50. Mark not taken. Now Walton for the Tigers. Bombs it out of there. Goes to the far wing. It's a foot race to the footy. Spilios is going to get there for the Roos. Gets a kick away when he was tackled. It was a very short one. Now Warnett drills it inside 50 to the top of the square. Mark taken. And Austin, the Roos will go back for Joey Ricketts.
It's Joey Ricketts, is it? He was 5 metres in the clear from any Tiger player, and as it would be, 2 left footers out on the other side. Spilios and Warnett got the ball straight across to the middle, and Ricketts makes no mistake from directly in front.
Umpires waiting. There he does. A bit of suspense, a bit of theatre. Even the goal umpires having a bit of fun with it this afternoon. That's what we like to see. That's the Roos 9th of the afternoon. 9-2-56, leading Loxton 3-3 at 21 on the Barmera scoreboard. I know the Tigers have got a few out today, Nobby Norton, but when you come into a game of football, you need to focus on not who's out of the side, who is in the side.
Correct, and that was a quick answering goal from the Barmera Monash Roos after Campbell had worked hard and Brown worked hard to get a goal to the other end. They quickly gave that back.
A couple of changes going on here. Trent Ogle, Spilios coming up for a quick rest. On goes Jack Albrett, who's going to go to the close wing.
It'll be interesting to see how Barmera, with a lead of 35 points, manage some of their senior players today. If they're going to think they might, rack the queue a bit early, it's always fraught with danger. Ball coming out of the middle by the Tigers. Salmon again in after it, half forward. Gets it back to Evans. He another chain of handballs to Jesse Will. He looks up. Finds Durden on a long lead at half forward. He's looking around for someone to give it to. Has to go long to the goal square, which he does. Looking for and finding Armfield. Grady Armfield takes the mark, about 25 out in the right forward pocket, which is okay. He's a left footer. It'll suit him.
That's what the Tigers need to see more of. Just that clean possession. We've seen bits of it this afternoon. Just a little bit concerned. Just seeing Ross Romeo going off into the change rooms there, Nobby Norton.
Yeah, that's an out they can't afford.
So Armfield from the far pocket gives it a fair ride.
Misses just.
Minor score for the Tigers. 3-4-22. They trail Barmera Monash 9-2-56 on the Barmera scoreboard. 5 RM footy for McDonald's Redmark. Around the grounds quickly, Wakery leading Berry 5-8-38, Berry 1-2-8, and out at Panther Park, it's the Panthers 3-5-23, leading Renmark 2-2-14.
And in case you're worried about your SANFL side, your sample side, Nord 90 points up, Sturt 40 points up against South Adelaide, and the Bulldogs still leading the Bays by 22 points down at the Bay.
What a lovely afternoon it would be in Glenelg today, Nobby Norton.
Ooh, do you reckon?
No, it'd be terrible.
Be right if you're inside in your lazy boy.
Kick out now for Barmera Monash. They're making hard work of it. Tigers can't get their hands on it. Into the middle it goes. There's a few Tigers here. That was Evans. Couldn't drag it in. Now Watke brings it broadcast wing. Joey Ricketts, can he run onto this one? He can't. He thought it was going to bounce the other way. Now the Tigers on half back, lock it down, the right move, and we'll get a ball up. If that just spilt half a metre to the other direction, Joey Ricketts was off then, and that would have been another goal.
Steve Burton getting another important possession across centre and getting the ball forward too. Out it comes Martin.
He's hard at it this afternoon.
He's certainly, between him and Oliver Boyd, have both been solid in defence.
Holding the ball. Warnett with the free on the attacking 50 for Barmera Monash.
Yeah, lovely left foot kick, Lucas Warnett. Chips it up for a player coming at the ball. I reckon that was Burton coming at it, but couldn't pull it in. Out it comes from the Tigers towards Tregeagle. He couldn't grab it in, but managed to get a hand on it before it went out of bounds. So it'll be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Barmera Monash Roos, going towards the Sturt Highway side.
I know there's a bit of a margin, but if things were a little bit closer for the Tigers, you just wanted to hose down raining right now.
Yeah.
Bring the game to them. Barmera Monash now inside deep in 50. That's gone through the lot. Minus score. And that was Butterworth that just had a wild old kick from about 45 out. And Barmera Monash now 9-3, 57.
He's had a fair game too, the Barmera skipper.
Might have to check some scores half-time historically this year for the Roos.
Ball, Loxton chipping the ball around in the back lines. Just a short kick out from that behind. Another short kick. Ball only 40 metres from the Barmera goal after a couple of possessions. Short again. This time on a lead. Harley Campbell.
Salmon.
Salmon, is it?
Yeah.
He's had a great game, Luke Salmon. And this time finds the coach, Brown. That's 4 possessions and they're only outside the defensive 50. Brown takes them on and goes backwards to a teammate, but they're not giving the ball back. That's the key thing.
Here's Voigt.
Cross it comes, this time to Oliver Voigt at half-back. Tries to get it out. This Barmera round him up, though. Bonnie taken off the ball, Justin, as he tried to kick it. Good pressure from the Tigers, but they can't get the ball in their half.
As Caden Evans got a handball out. It didn't go that far away. It's at Armfield, and sorry, it was Martin there. And we'll get a ball up. Still inside attacking 50 for Barmera Monash now into time on. 20.5 minutes played. Our Warnett kick was smothered, but ricocheted back. And now Cowling drills it inside 50
kick
for the Roos. Mark taken. And that is Tony Drugamuller again, who's having an absolute ripping afternoon.
He's kicked 2 goals this quarter already, lining up for his third. It's probably not an option you would have thought coming into the game to be their leading goal kicker, but gee whiz, he hasn't wasted any opportunities yet.
Shows you that the Roos have got options going into finals.
Tall player, Drugamuller, too.
30-metre kick, slide angle.
Straight through the middle.
Was never in doubt. The Roos make it number 10, 10-3, 63. Loxton 3-4, 22 on the Berry Better scoreboard. This is 5RM football. Lock you in on Nobby Norton this afternoon.
Yeah, goal kickers for Barmera Monash to date. Drugamuller with 3, Butterworth 2, Wacky with 2, singles to Jamison Whitbourne, Joe Ricketts and Dan Wesley. For Loxton, only the 3 goals, singles to Harley Campbell, Jesse Will and Ethan Cornish.
For me, the Tigers, going to be captain obvious here. You're going to have to roll the dice soon, Nobby Norton. And I'm looking at players they have got that are fit and available. You've just got to throw some players in the middle.
Oh, they've come into the game under me, and no doubt about it. But here's an opportunity to move team around a little bit. And Burton with the ball out of the middle for Barmera drives them forward yet again. Plenty of Barmera players there trying to get hold of the crumbs.
That was Drugamuller.
Drugamuller again with the ball. Goes to a Loxton defender who gets wrapped up quickly. You know the one I keep looking at, Lockie, that I'd like to see up forward. He's probably their best defender is Brodie Rowlands.
Yeah, go to a bit of height, take a mark. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now Butterworth pops it inside 50.
Nice
chopped
mark
out
taken
from the Tigers. Looking for Salmon. It's going to be a 1-on-2. Spills forward. Jesse Will takes it out of bounds. The Loxton skipper will get a ball in.
I think it might be one of those things where you get the whiteboard out at half time and sort of say, right, fellas, you don't quite go the under-13s thing where everyone stays in the back lines stays in the forward lines. You just don't move position. But I think you've got to start looking at moving those magnets around a bit.
And Bonnie out of the ruck. Finds Tristan Jackson at half-back for the Tigers. Does the old chop-out kick to Will, who had a bit of space.
Has a teammate further up the ground, and that is Hudson Voigt. Takes the mark, tries to get on with it, but handball back towards Tristan Jackson, but it was, even though he's a short fella, it was below his knees, and I think that's the difference between the two sides. Loxton under a bit of pressure when disposing of it and not doing it very well. Barmera tons of time, tons of options. Good hit out.
Good tap from Durden. He's probably had his fair share of ruck tap wins this afternoon. Now to Will, but couldn't take it cleanly. Albrecht battling hard. Taken high was Cornish, and that'll be a free kick for the Loxton.
He's off. Drives Loxton into attack. Up high, but who's sitting under it? Bonnie. Justin. No, it's not. It's Lachlan Marks. Takes a lovely mark at half-back.
Very similar kicking style, though, Nobby. I'll give you that. He must have gone to the Justin Bonnie School of Kicking.
Feeds it out to Max Petrolo. He takes a nice solid mark. Ball, he tries to go in and attack for Barmera, but cut out by Loxton, player who slipped over and got caught high on the end of it. So, fair call. I reckon that's Harley Campbell again.
That it is.
Yeah, looks up to go on his left foot. Getting plenty of the footy, Harley, but not too many mates in that department.
Umpire says you've got to go back to the spot it was. No plant advantage from that.
No one moving for the Tigers, so he goes out wide trying to create something, and a nice mark taken. Now they get going with it. Handball to a running play, which is Evans going past. He couldn't get loose, and Barmera players back onto him as quickly, putting him under pressure, catching him, holding the ball.
That was Zach Kirk in there. He's battling hard this afternoon. So Barmera and Monash will get a free kick at left half back. Nearly 25 minutes played.
That was Chris Bonney tackling that player and winning the free kick.
41 point.
No, it wasn't. It was Tony Drugamuller again, Lockie. He's doing it at both ends of the ground.
He's having a pretty good afternoon. 5RM footy for McDonald's Renmark. Through the middle, loose it goes. No one wanting to pick this one up. Now a wild old kick on the far wing. There's Rollins, your man, Nobby Norton. Wrapped up with it.
I just think if I'm moving the magnets around at half-time, I'm perhaps coming out second half with Brodie Rollins at centre-half forward, try and straighten him up, give him somewhere to kick, because he can take a great mark, Brodie.
Half-time scores pretty soon for 5RM football, round 14.
Yep, minutes ago here at Lakeside with Barmera well in control, 9-3-57 leading Loxton 3-4-22. Comfortable at the moment, but things can change quickly in this game.
Couple of sides have got a pretty healthy margin as we get into half-time. I've got the Panther phone about to fire up, Nobby Norton.
Ogle with the ball for Barmera, drives them forward. Cut out by Oliver Voigt this time. Comes down the middle, handballs to the coach. He goes back. Voigt keeps running to give him an option. He goes back down the middle. One hand up from Evans is not going to be enough to pull down a solid mark, Jacob.
There's Ricketts.
Yeah, goes back into the Barmera forward lines. Ricketts with tons of time, lifts the eyes. Almost a good mark there to a Loxton defender in number 14, James Bouger. And he was helped under the ball by his opponent, but sometimes defenders don't get the protection an attacking player gets. I thought he was muscled in the back there a little bit and probably could have got a free kick. That's half-time here at Lakeside. Barmera Monash 9-3-57, leading Loxton 3-4-22 on the Berry Better scoreboard.
Around the grounds quickly at 5RM at Waikerie, it's the Magpies. Lakeside Oval in Barmera, 5RM footy, Loxton and Nobby North this afternoon. It's a 41-point lead at the moment. The Barmera Monash Roos, who are tuning up for finals, 10-3-63. Loxton 3-4-22. A tight game early, but really broken apart in that second quarter. Nobby Norton, we've had half-time going on. Teams are back out in the field now, but Tigers are really going to have to find something.
Yeah, Barmera built that lead on a 6-1 second quarter. And just running through their goal kickers, Tony Drugamla with 3, all in that quarter. Butterworth 2, Watke 2, Whitbourne, Ricketts and Wesley singles. Interesting to note, Lockie, that the 2 players that came back into their lineup today, in Drugamla and Watke, both doing some damage on the scoreboard, so they're wanting to play finals. For Loxton, single goal kickers only, Harley Campbell, Jesse Will and Ethan Cornish. Better players for both sides. Plenty in the Barmera lineup, but most prominent, Jamison Whitbourne, Lucas Warnett, Justin Bonney getting a little bit of it. Sam Butterworth, very, very good. Tony Drugamla, 3 goals in that quarter, excellent, playing well. Chris Bonney in ruck, Steve Burton and Joey Ricketts up forward. Look, apologies to the rest of the team. They're all having a dip. For Loxton, not so many having a good day. Mostly Luke Salmon, Harley Campbell getting plenty of it. Coach Nathan Brown having a fair dip. Skipper Jesse Will doing his bit. And in defence, Oliver Voigt and Brandon Martin and Riley Walton all putting their hands up to defend.
Yeah, I'll throw Caden Evans in there for an honourable mention. But, yeah, you're right. It's far and few between for the Tigers. I know they've got a lot of players out of this side from last week and other injuries before that. But it's a case of soldier in, soldier out. Barmera Monash, you've seen that. Doesn't matter who's lining up. They know the system. They know the structure. And as you mentioned, the players that have come in today have kicked quite a few of their goals. So an interesting second half to come. For me, I want to see the Tigers try some things. And
unfortunately, the magnets don't seem to be moved much at half-time by the look of the way they're running back out to their positions, Lockie. I was looking for a big shift from the Tigers in perhaps throwing Brodie Rowlands forward, giving him a look at the up forward, but I can't. So I can see him heading back, I reckon, again, is he?
Yeah, could be. Well, just double-check that one.
No, he might have. No, he hasn't. He's not in defence. So here's a chance to perhaps see something happen. He is in forward. He's at centre-half forward. I can see him now.
They have listened.
They've been listening to 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark at half-time. Let's see how it goes. Up goes the ball in the middle.
Second half underway. Good tap from the Tigers. Jesse Will tried to shark it. Barmera Monash got their hands on it. We'll get a free kick. It was legged there, I reckon. A bit of a trip for Sam Butterworth.
Yeah, who's high up in their best players and perhaps having an arm wrestle with his teammate Steve Burton for the Willis medal this year. Ball comes out wide, this time to Cohen Harris on half-forward. He chips it back in looking for Spilios. Takes it, one hand, one bounce. That doesn't count. Tigers with players running past. Campbell onto his non-preferred right. Shoots it out wide to the wing. Taken by Loxton.
That was Cornish, who just popped it over the top like a volleyball set. Hands up in the air was Salmon. And
that was interesting. He was looking at Harley Campbell, but he couldn't give it to him other than Caden Evans. He couldn't give it to him other than throw it to him, so he hung on to it.
Another good tap from Durden, but straight into the breadbasket of Barmera Monash. But Loxton have managed to shark it. Jesse Will pops it up to right half forward. Lovely little bump from the bruised defender in Mitchell. Still a loose footy. Trying to lock it down, they can't. Your man Rollins tries to grab that one out of there. They'll get a ball up.
Well, that wasn't a bad contest from Brodie Rollins because he did compete and brought the ball to ground, even though he was against Saxton Mitchell, had the drop on him. Ball goes up at half forward. Ball doesn't come out. Rollins in after it again. Looks to shovel it out, but it'll be another ball up.
Bonnie. Do you reckon Mitchell or Rollins looked at each other and thought who was in the wrong spot? They're two defenders lining up on each other the second half.
Up it goes. No one can get it out of the pack. Comes out towards the Loxton player. Will in first in after it. Couldn't get a clean grab at it. Looks for the handball out to Cornish, but couldn't get it clear of the pack. Once again, ball a bit of a rugby scrum here, which is making Bob Clark pretty happy about it. Thinks he's home. Thinks he's in his younger days watching rugby, but
the league version.
Yep.
Durden takes the tap unopposed. No Barmera Monash player wanted to have a crack at it. Didn't go that far. It's going to be another ball up.
Jesse Will gets up off the ground, shaking his head after being unsaddled by Petrole. Doesn't seem pushing the back exists anymore anywhere, not just RFL but AFL as well.
There's Whitbourne, who tried to run away with it. He was wrapped up. Umpire says, I'll have it. Calls of holding the ball. No prior. Had a couple of steps. Was there prior?
I think so. But never mind. Up it goes. Durden, hand on it. Will with it. Out of the pack. Snaps it towards his forward line. But no one can get to it, and it rolls out of bounds, and that'll be a free kick for last disposal to a Barmera Monash deep in their defence. Short kick to Spilios. He takes an uncontested mark. He looks up, goes back in the middle. Whoa, that one beat Jamison Whitbourne straight over his right shoulder. Got a bit of an unusual hop. Yep. Chain of handballs. Ball comes back to Luke Salmon, goes forward looking for a Loxton forward on the lead. Couldn't roll it in. That was Brandon Martin down there, I reckon.
Armfield. Now Rollins tries to shark it. Finds its way to Zach Kirk, who's trying to lock it down. Spills out of bounds. Will get a ball in. Liking the energy from Loxton early. There's been a bit of a change. They haven't been able to score, but had a bit more of a look at the footy.
I'm liking the way they're looking at their key forwards in Rollins and also Armfield and trying to straighten up a little bit.
Ball in. Spills over the back. Now towards Loxton's goal. Over the painted 50. It's a scrummage, to coin a phrase.
Yeah, that was Steve Burton in over that ball. Helped to the ground with someone almost saddled him up, but nothing coming there either.
Bonnie takes the tap for Barmera Monash, but just goes close to Loxton goals. Here's Zach Kirk running hard at it. He locked up with it.
You're right, Lockie Winnell. The Tigers' attack on the footy in this first 5 minutes of the third quarter, the second half, is much more aggressive.
Vastly improved, to coin a school report phrase from years ago.
Will and everything.
Jesse Will, now Campbell. He was held without it. Barmera Monash, now Jesse Will locks it down. Will's tackles in this third quarter. He's had more than the whole game. Yeah,
he's leading the way here from the Tigers, trying to get the team on his back and say, come on, boys, follow me, let's have a crack.
Down on personnel a little bit today, the Tigers. And I think they lost a couple already today. Haven't seen Ross Romeo return. Now loose inside 50. Rollins. Wrapped up with it.
I reckon he's taken high.
It's a free kick. Yeah.
I reckon he was taken high, and here he is. Normally, you'd say Loxton's full back, lining up for a shot at goal, 30 metres out, directly in front. Let's see how his forward craft is.
You got Brandon Tregeagle just sharking around the back. Do you reckon he's going to scoot past?
I don't think he needs to. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to put the loz on him like I did on poor old Harley Campbell last week. First goal of the second half to Brodie Rollins to Loxton Tigers. They narrow the margin by a goal to 35 points.
Back in the hunt. The Tigers have started the second half as well as they can.
Yep, they're the first team to get that very better scoreboard ticking over in this second half. And, Lockie, if I wasn't here doing football home, I'd be home listening to it in my lazy boy recliner in front of the fire.
They're going all right. I was talking to Sean the other day. Plenty of options.
I offered to test drive one for him if he wanted to lend me one for a month at home. You know how sometimes the car dealers, put cars out there and get them test driven?
I can deliver it too, Barry Better. That's the thing, because they're quite a big thing,
Absolutely.
Barry Better guys.
You mean lazy boys? Oh, yeah. You can't put them
no.
Can't put one of them in the back of your car and take it home.
Wouldn't be fitting in the 5 MI30. We'd give it a crack, though. It's been a fair workhorse.
That's the beauty
I-30.
of Barry Better, that they do deliver for you.
I thought you were going to say that's the beauty of a company car. It goes anywhere and does anything.
Ball comes out of the middle. This time Jacob Evans gets Loxton forward. Players running onto it. Much more up and about Loxton Tiger outfit at the moment.
Caden Evans on the bottom of that one. So a ball up just outside the Tigers' 50. Kicked the first of the quarter.
Durden reaches over the top, gets his hand on it first to Jacob Evans, but he can't break the pack. Be a secondary ball up. Up it goes again. Durden in again, hands on it. This time he goes the other way. Finds Jesse Will, who was coming out of the pack, taken. He didn't quite have hold of the footy, but it's play on. He's back in, though. The skipper back in over it. Be another ball up this time. About 20 metres Loxton side of the centre circle.
Clouds circling here at the lakeside in Barmera. Another good tap from Durden. It's frustrating for Tigers all round. Durden's winning the ruck this afternoon.
He'll flick this one back, Lockie. Yep, there it comes back. I've been watching him ruck a bit. He's getting his hand on it a fair bit and giving Loxton options. Out it comes out of the pack from Butterworth from Barmera this time. finds Wesley at half forward. He turns around, goes back up the middle and picks out a teammate, which is Ricketts. No, it was Petrole, was it?
No, it was Ricketts.
In he goes deep in the forward lines. Out comes Oliver Voigt, runs into a traffic jam and bowls them over, and it'll be a ball up.
So with Rollins up forward, goes without saying the Tigers defenders might be a little bit down, but they've got enough personnel in there. Cat Cedar's taken the tap. You got Martin in there as well. A bit of friendly fire between the Barmera and Monash Roos. Handball out to Spilios from the pocket, who snaps.
Hit the
post. That would have been goal of the day.
Yeah, it would have wrestled the title back off his teammate in Tony Drugamole. He's currently on the podium for goal of the day, along with Matt Watke with a couple.
Been a couple of impressive ones today.
Nathan Brown, Loxton coach, to take the kick in here. Comes out wide, has two teammates to choose from, and one, I think it's Riley Walton, pulls it in at half-back, goes back, always a solid defender. They look for the switch again, but no, Brown, back to Brown. Short, couldn't get there.
Just missed him by a bit. Now the Roos are hungry. Here's Austin from 50. He doesn't miss. That's straight through the middle. And Dane Austin kicks the Barmera Monash Roos 11th goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, good play. And unfortunately for the Tigers, they were made to pay for that turnover, which is a trait of Barmera. You make a mistake, quite often they make you pay the full price, and this time it was the full price, 1 goal.
42 points the margin. 5RM footy for McDonald's Renmark 11-4. That takes Barmera Monash to Loxton 4-4-28. Just checking some players' rotations. Thomas Austin.
Who kicked that last goal, was it?
I believe it was Dane.
Okay, roger that.
But, we'll have a look. Former Renmark Rover player. Both of them are, in fact, Nobby Norton. Jack not, unfortunately, playing this year, which is a bit unfortunate for the Roos.
Spilios off the wing, takes the ball, drives Barmera into attack, but out comes Evans. Jacob with the footy. Looks up. Oh, nice mark taken there by the big fella. Goes to play on. Went to handball to Brown, but Brown had disappeared before he could give it to him. Ball goes forward.
Kirk, Salmon wrapped up with it, holding the ball. The ball just sort of spilled out there as he was trying to break the tackle. Getting darker as we speak here at the lakeside. There could be some rain on the way.
Ball goes up to half forward to Ricketts, who's in the middle. The handball's out this time to Butterworth. Takes 2 bounces in 5 metres. Gets his balance. Nice effort at the ball there by Oliver Voigt at halfback. Couldn't quite bring it in. He's been an obstacle for Barmera to try and get past. Ball comes back to Oliver Voigt from Brown. Checks his kick. Shoots it out wide to Walton. He goes down the middle looking for a teammate. That went to Salmon. He couldn't quite bring it in, but they try and push the ball forward, Tigers. Salmon's still looking to get it back, but it'll be a ball up in the middle of the oval.
Someone the Tigers are really missing today and gives them a lot of drive off half-back is Spiro Polymides. Just really good at straightening him up off half-back. I know he hasn't played every game this year, but when he's in the side, distinctively more structured.
Here we go. Tristan Jackson trying to run onto the footy, can't get a handle on it and gets wrapped up and taken to the ground. It'll be a ball up centre wing. And you're right, things are getting quite dark here at the Barmera Oval.
Very, very gloomy conditions here at the lakeside today. But it's always a good day at the footy. 11 minutes gone.
Brown comes away with the footy. Didn't have it. Was taken by the Guernsey. Will get the free kick for holding on without the footy. He looks up.
So
can't find anyone.
He's got a player running at it for it, but ignores that. He's going to bring it to the broadcast wing.
Voigt
looks
down.
for Voigt. Good mark taken. Gives the old don't argue. Goes back in board. Now has to kick it up to a contest. Looking for Armfield. Spills forward. Jesse Will got the hands on it. Handballed the ground to a bit of space. Looking for Voigt. It was Hudson, I reckon, number 3. And we'll go again. A ball up. Right forward pocket for the Loxton Tigers. They trail by 42.
Yeah, 1 goal apiece this quarter for both teams. And so Loxton fighting back even though they were 41 points down at half-time, only 42 down now. So not letting the Roos get away from them, although this one goes out of bounds on the full, deep in the Loxton forward pocket. Barmera to take the resulting free kick.
That was Durden, unfortunately.
He's had a little bit of it.
got to kick it as he was sort of off balance. He's going to get another marking opportunity here, and there he goes. Gets a reset.
Big fella pulls in a good mark. He shoots out the handball to Salmon Brock, but he couldn't get clear of the Barmera. Barmera defenders were quickly to spot that.
Just see the Barmera Monash players getting to a contest in what I call the dead time. They're always running, always moving. Good body language.
Yeah, Barmera with a couple of their aces about to come back into play here in Burton and Whitbourne, waiting to come on at the bus stop, Lockie, here at the interchange. But can't get the opportunity to. Tigers with the ball look to go back into attack.
It's Cat Cetus, I reckon, they're wrapped up with it. Sorry, that's Zach Kirk.
Yeah, having a fair dip at it. Loxton players have not thrown in the towel. They are having a red-hot go. This time, ball palmed back by Durden, but a Barmera player intercepting. Ran in between Nathan Brown and Durden. The ball was meant for Brown. He was pushing it back, but Barmera player quickly onto it.
Ball up, not quite half forward.
This time, Watke was the one watching Brown at the boundary throw-in, and he comes out with the football, Watke, onto the left foot, shoots it forward, but Martin in the way for the Tigers, couldn't pick it up, but managed to hold it up for a ball up.
Watke just coming off for a quick rest.
Here we go.
On goes Burton. Ball up, broadcast wing.
Through he goes.
Salmon doing the ruck work.
Through he goes, Burton.
Straight to Burton, who's going to find teammate in the middle, Petrole.
Petrole with the white boots on.
Maxi slots it long inside 50. He's got Wesley running for it. There's a foot race. Which Barmera Monash player wants to kick it? I didn't pick up which one it was, but it's gone through for a minor score.
Interesting play here because Barmera have pushed William Cowling forward. Normally we see him across half back, but he's playing it full forward in the Jonathan Beach role, I believe.
Got to fill that spot. Barmera Monash probably can afford to try a few things this afternoon.
That's a mark taken by Armfield out there. As the umpire paid it, I said, no, I'll have it and ball it up. I thought he'd done enough to claim that. Never mind.
Ball up on the left half back for the Tigers.
Armfield into ruck here, gets a hand on it, but the Barmera player had their leg up and over the top of him. He'll receive the free kick once the umpire sorts it all out here. No, so it's going the other way.
I think that got reversed then.
Yeah, it might have.
So
Warnett with the ball up right on the 50 line for Barmera. He will drive them deep into attack, runs around, shoots it up towards the 10-metre square, and intercepting that from his own teammate. No, pushing the back against Drugamullah.
Yeah, okay. Mark not paid. Slots it out for Zach Kirk.
He was taken without the footy. Play on to advantage. Cornish looks to break clear but couldn't get away. Yeah. Justin Bonney with a handball through to Jamison Whitbourne. He intercepted his players. Armfield shoots it out wide. Brown with a bit of space for the Tigers out in the wing. Grabs it in. Goes onto his left. Drives them deep into attack. Looking for and finding Tregeagle, who plays on. No, it's Voigt, who plays on straight away. Runs inside the 50. Lines up the goals, but can't get it over Cowling, who's gone back.
Coast to coast.
Taking a mark. Comes out, finds Justin Bonney at half-back.
Brings it back in board. I reckon that might be young.
Hang on, the umpire's going down to check to see whether, after he took that mark, whether he went over the goal line.
Okay, so the Barmera Monash player's just holding this one for a second umpire. That's a minor score.
So I think what's happened is Cowling's taken the mark, but stepped back over the goal line before he played on.
It's good umpiring. I like to see it.
Here it comes out from the kick out. This time Bonney brings it out of the kick out, but intercepted by Loxton. Handball this time to Oliver Voigt down from half back. Gives it a ride.
That's going to bounce him through.
That's a goal.
The Barmera Monash players had a committee around who was going to have a go at marking that one. They all stopped. It bounced and just rolled through. Yeah,
what a great bit of play there by Ollie Voigt.
Comedy gold this afternoon. The Tigers make it 5 for the afternoon, 5-5-35. They trail Barmera Monash 11-5-71. Talk about a steering committee or a working group. Barmera Monash had all 5 of them going on then. And there wasn't much going on, Nobby Norton.
No, great play by Voigt as he followed that ball down. As a matter of fact, I think he may have been moved into the forward lines as well, Lockie.
Young Voigt didn't worry about the committee move. He just kicked it long.
He is high in their best players today. He's done some solid work. No, back into his defensive slot. High in their best players across the back line, and now has given them drive and kicked a goal.
Good to see young Oliver Voigt doing all right this afternoon.
Yep. Ball out of the middle. Out comes that. There he is again, speak of the devil. Ball, chain of handballs. Max Petrollo right on the 50. Gives it a ride with a 7-iron.
That's a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
Riley Walton, good mark, deep in defence.
Yeah, takes a chest mark under pressure. Shoots it out wide towards a teammate. Lovely pick up there. Handball over the top. Through comes Loxton player. Voigt, I think that was maybe Evans there. Came out. Pushes it forward along the wing. Ball comes loose again. Tigers starting to get hands on the ball around the stoppages here. That was
Jacob Evans.
He's having a good quarter.
Up to half forward. Brown. Sharks it around the back. Tries to break the tackle. A handball up in the air. Hoping for the best. Tigers get their hands back on it again. But not for long. Barmera Monash clear it out on the far wing.
That was Rollins. Hit the contest pretty hard. And
off.
There's a little bit on in back play, Lockie. A little bit of WWF. Umpire right on site there.
Just having a look in there. Harley Campbell, Saxton Mitchell just saying good day to each other. Trent Ogle as well. Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins was, he didn't do anything wrong there. He attacked the ball hard and someone pulled this Guernsey up over his head.
Coach for the Loxton Tigers, Nathan Brown, in forward lines as well now.
Yeah, they've come out with a lot more spirit this quarter, but it's a goal apiece only. They haven't quite repped the rewards. Mark taken across centre wing by Barmera. Looks like Butterworth out there to me. He looks up. Has a player across in the middle all on his own. That's Mitchell Johnson. He has players going past. Shoots the handball across to Austin. He goes long with his left foot into the middle, but only as far as the Loxton defender is Martin in the way. He chips short to Jesse Will. Takes a slips catch. Plays on with a handball. A 1-2. He's looking for it back. Gets it back here from Salmon. Runs through half-back. Shoots a big handball into the middle of the ground. No one there. Rollins couldn't quite get to it. He was looking for the short pass, not the handball. Ball goes back out to the centre wing. No one out there with control of it yet.
Getting close to three-quarter time. Ball's now out of bounds. Umpire says ball it in. Coming up to the 20-minute mark. 5 in football for McDonald's, Renmark and McCafe Coffee. It's on the all-day menu.
Yeah, 36-point margin here on the Berry Better scoreboard in favour of the home side, Barmera Monash.
Scoreboard at the Lakeside just a bit slow on the goals at the moment for Loxton. Short-changed them a little bit.
Yes, they are too.
Now inside attacking 50 for the Roos. Warnett goes back inboard around the corner, straight into the hands of Burton, who pops it to the top of the square. Doesn't worry about the mark. Barmera Monash players scrambling, trying to get their hands on this one. Loxton hungry for it, and they'll lock it down. And well done to the Tigers defender there in James
unselfish
Bougen.
Play by Burton. He could have kicked that goal himself. He looked to hand it out. Loxton player out of the ball. Oliver Voigt with it. Handball. Great game in defence. Shoots it across to Harley Campbell. He looks out wide. Finds Luke Salmon all on his own in a bit of space, but he can't keep it in play. And it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
I think it's going to be a free kick.
Last disposal, is it? Yes, it is.
He did get a hand on it, but it must have been a
free kick to be taken by Jordan Beach. He comes across the middle, but turns it over to Caden Evans. He has Will running past. Goes long with the kick. Finds Voigt. Couldn't quite drag it in. That was
that's Hudson.
That was Hudson. Voigt couldn't quite drag it in, but on it, play on.
Jesse Will was in there, but now Justin Bonney for the Tigers.
Oh, lovely mark taken under
clears
pressure out there by Mitchell Johnson. Lovely overhead mark taken. He looks up, chips it back into the middle to Bonney. He's followed up because he doesn't have an opponent.
That's Butterworth on the far wing. He's got a bit of space around him as well.
Comes wide to William Cowling drifting down off half-back. Durden letting him get away from him. Now he goes up the middle, pushing the back there, but the umpire says play on, Walton. He's reading play. He's worked out what you can and can't do.
Harley Campbell for the Tigers, clears it out, finds Salmon, one of the Tigers' best, goes inboard to Evans. That's Jacob. He gets a bit of space. Has he going to have a bounce? No, he's not. Going to look for Brown, the coach, on the lead. He dived. Takes a bit of time to get back up, but now he's up. Goes back inboard through the centre square. Now inside attacking 50 to a contest. Rollins couldn't mark it, but Jesse Will front and centre. Pops it on a pitching wedge, and that is going to spill out of bounds. No one was home.
Even though he didn't pull that mark in, Rollins, I did like the way he presented. He came up the middle, straightened him up, and that's what they were missing in the first half. No key attacker to go to.
A focal point. Yeah.
Here he is again. They're not quite there in time. Keeps pressure on. Barmera running out of half-back. Burton goes short again. Finds Whitbourne at half-back. Goes back in. They share it around, Barmera. Come up the middle. But this time, Voigt in the way, Oliver in the way. Makes a contest.
Concedes a bit of ground, but now in the centre square still. Barmera Monash, it was Ogle, ran into a brick wall. Hudson Voigt for the Tigers. He gets it up off the deck. Pops it up in the air. That was Jacob Evans.
Shoots it up the chimney to no one.
Couldn't quite drag that one in. Now the Roos are off through the middle. That was Warnett. Got a handball out. Watke concedes a bit of ground. But now they're going to go. Barmera Monash are off. Chris Bonney the target at half forward. Won't matter because that's three-quarter time. Barmera Monash 11-5, 71 leading at Loxton 5-5, 35. 5RM football, fourth quarter action right after this. $11.5, 71 Loxton, 5-5, 35. Lockie Winnell, Nobby Norton this afternoon. Nobby, a bit more fight from the Tigers in that third quarter but Barmera Monash still in a commanding position.
Yeah, outscored Barmera Monash by a goal that quarter to cut the margin back to 36 points from the half-time margin of 41. Some quick scores from the sample, Lockie. Nord ran out easy winners over the Roosters at Nord Oval by 76 points. At Sturt, currently only 30 points up on South Adelaide, and at the Bayside at half-time, Central Districts, the Bulldogs, 7 points in front after leading by 4 goals at one stage. So game on there at the Bay. Here at Barmera Monash, as you said, 36-point margin to the Roos. I don't think the Tigers can get up and win, but it'll be really interesting the way they fight back in this quarter, because they fought back pretty well in that quarter. They need to keep it going. Goal kickers for Barmera Monash: Tony Druggall with 3, Sam Butterworth 2, Matthew Watke 2, singles to Whitbourne, Dane Austin, Joe Ricketts and Dan Wesley. For the Tigers, singles all: Harley Campbell, Jesse Will, Ethan Cornish, Brodie Rowlands in that quarter moved forward, and Oliver Boyd, who ran forward to kick a goal.
Yeah, there's a few individual standouts for the Tigers, but far and few between, unfortunately. We'll see what they can take out of this. Now starting to rain a bit more heavily here at the lakeside. We are underway. Fourth quarter, Riverland footy on 5RM. Harley Campbell tried to paddle it out, but it was Barmera Monash to get the clearance. Ricketts paddles it inside 50 by foot. Martin for the Tigers, front and centre, got that one wrapped up. We'll get a ball up.
Hasn't stopped trying, Martin for the Tigers today, and Brandon Martin. That was Burton once again getting his foot on the ball in the middle and getting it forward for Barmera. This time, Bonnie up in ruck, couldn't get it clear. Burton hovering, a few other players hovering. Most players keeping their feet, which is good to see, Lockie, in these conditions.
You can't help but think this quarter, you're just going to see this stoppage all quarter or not? Anyway, still early days.
Well, last quarter, the fight back from Loxton came from their skipper, Jesse Will, and also Jacob Evans getting a bit of it around the stoppages, and Coach Nathan Brown pushing forward as well. So a much more improved effort by the Tigers that quarter. Can they keep it going? I think so.
Wrapped up by the Roos inside 50. We'll get a ball up. 40 out from goal. Now kicking to broadcast right to the Sturt Highway, Cobdogler end.
I like it.
Their former merged entity there, yep. Barmera Cobby.
Ball comes out, Burton to Jamison Whitbourne. He snaps it high into the forward pocket. Players getting under it. Bit of a wrestle. The umpires found a free kick there. It'll go to Barmera Monash.
Dane Austin.
Goes to Dane Austin there. He's kicked a goal in the last quarter. He's been an option all day for him deep in forward lines.
From the pocket.
He's a left footer, right. So he's on the right side, isn't he?
Right pocket. You'd think this would be well within his wheelhouse. It's an angle greater than 45 degrees. 20-metre kick, maybe 25 at best. Misses.
Goal umpire didn't move, but he was clear enough to see it was a behind.
11-6-72. Loxton 5-35 on the Berry Better scoreboard. 5RM footy for McDonald's Renmark. Worth the detour for McCafe Coffee.
And if you're home listening to the broadcast, I hope you're sitting up there with your feet up in your lazy boy having a listen to us, because it's a bit chilly down here at the lakeside, but a good quarter of footy to go, and it will tell us a little bit about both sides. Firstly, can Barmera finish off, and Loxton, can they stay in a game? Because they look, Rowland's up for that one, nearly pulled her in. Chain of handballs out. Loxton players still running, still putting pressure on, but so are the Barmera Roos.
Ricketts now pops it inside 50, gives it a fair ride, but umpire called that out on the full well before it made the line, and that'll be a free kick to Barmera Monash.
It's been a reasonably accurate effort by the Roos today. 11 goals, 6 is a pretty good return in these conditions, although that last one did go out in the full.
Yeah. And just waiting to get the footy. It hasn't quite gone to Cobby, but close enough. Now we're back underway. Kick out of bounds. That's gone out of bounds as well. So that did hit a couple of hands on the way out. Is this going to be a ball in? It should be. Umpire's having a bit of a chat.
Yep. Umpire's come right in. I like this when the boundary ump comes right in to throw it up. It's good effort from the boundary umps. Ball tight. Plenty of Tigers there around the footy. Snap it out of the pack, comes wide, chain of handballs.
Tigers are off. They got a bit of space, looking for Armfield at right half forward. It's pushed forward by Cowling, the Barmera Monash defender. The Tigers have got the numbers here. Inboard to Caden Evans. Now inside 50, looking for the coach, Brown. Waits for it to bounce. Concedes a bit of ground.
Doesn't have anyone ahead of him, though.
Has to argue around, and it's gone straight into Trent Ogle's hands for the Roos, and they're going to go on the switch quicker than you can say
Whitbourne,
switch.
Burton out here all on his own on the wing. Whitbourne finds him. Burton looking to play on. Has players strolling past. Jack Albrick with the ball. He goes back into the middle, chips it up a bit, gives Loxton player a chance to get it. Handball out. Steve Burton again. Looks forward, finds finds Lucas Warnett at half forward. He eases himself back onto his left foot, plays on, goes to space for a teammate, but fisted away by Brandon Martin.
It's a foot race inside 50. Ricketts running hard forward. He had to do a bit of a jump over his teammate who was on the deck in patrol lane. That goes out of bounds, and we'll get a free kick, one would think, to the Loxton Tigers. 5 minutes now played. Fourth quarter, Riverland footy on 5RM.
37-point margin in favour of the home team. Barmera Monash here on the Berrybetter scoreboard. Not much happening on the scoreboard at the moment, Lockie, but plenty happening on the ground.
Sure is. I'll fire up the Panther phone in a minute. Still got a landline out to Loxton North, I'm told. I'll just activate it now and see what we've got going on score-wise. Loxton North. Yep, 7-12-54. I'm here in Nobby.
So they're in front?
Renmark, 3-6-24. That's the score at Loxton North at the moment. In our other game we're keeping a close eye on today.
Well, that keeps the Panthers' finals hopes mathematically alive.
In their own destiny,
yep.
is what I'm rolling with at the moment.
You're rolling with that?
Yeah.
That's right. When you use the term mathematically possible, it's almost like it's not going to happen, isn't it?
It's not possible, yes. Yeah. Here's Harley Campbell for the Tigers, who has had a fair afternoon, but...
So's that young fella, Caden Evans, gets the ball out.
Going to be a free kick paid to the Tigers. They're going to get something at right half
Jacob Evans, he's had a good second half, was very pivotal in that third quarter where Loxton fought back to outscore the Roos. He drives it up the wing, looking for Rollins, up over the pack. Brown takes the crumbs, tries to get clear, keeps it in, drives it half forward, looking for William Cowling up to the task. Outpoints Armfield as he has most of the day. Gets it into the middle. Burton shoots it out wide on the wing where Spilios is all on his own. He must be wondering, how did I get out here all on my own? Are we playing one extra?
He's got a whole postcode to himself. Inside 50, a little push out, but a mark's going to be paid, and that is Wesley.
Yeah, I just... no criticism of the umps, but looks like pushing the back's no longer a rule paid in any football, whether it's AFL or anywhere else.
You just got to be in the side a little bit. Nobby Norton these days.
I'm always working on I know it was decades ago when I was taught to play footy, Lockie, but the whole idea was you weren't to use your hands at all. You'd use your body or your hip or your shoulder and keep your hands where you can take possession of the ball.
Wesley has a kick from 40 out on a fair angle, but it doesn't matter. He kicks another one, and the Barmera Monash Roos roll on to goal number 12, 12-6-78, Loxton 5-5-35.
That's his second goal of the day, and Wesley's been a lot of the Barmera forwards. They've got on the scoreboard. Like I said, Drugamilla with 3, Butterworth with 2, Wacky with 2, now Wesley with 2. So multiple goal scorers right throughout that Barmera forward line. Singles to Ricketts and Austin and Whitbourne. For Loxton, not so many goal scorers as we can see. Only the 5, all singles to Harley Campbell, Jesse Will, Oliver Voigt, Ethan Cornish and Brodie Rollins. So... desperately in need of a key forward that can kick multiple goals, the Tigers.
I know they've got a few players out, but they can't afford to just wait for those players to come back. They're going to need something in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, big out from today's Luke Harder, who we know played pretty well last week before he was concussed. Free kick in the middle of the ground here at the moment to Jordan Beach. He goes forward, but unfortunately turns it over. Getting in the way is a half-back from Loxton. He comes back in the middle, finds Tristan Jackson. He couldn't quite pull it in. Loxton player taken to the ground without the football. Luke Salmon, who's had a fair day and will be in Loxton's best players. He handballs, to Oliver Voigt, running through, looking for his second goal. Gives it a roost.
Pops it to a contest, but there he is, the defender of the day contender, William Cowling for the Roos.
Once again, a mark. Loxton.
Just takes a lovely mark in defence. He just goes straight up the line and finds Thomas Austin, handball to Butterworth, and you feel, again, it's training drill. Now you hand to the opposition, let them do a simulated attack.
Turned over at half back there to Brock Salmon. He kicks it down the wing, looking for a teammate, can't do it. Plenty of Barmera players out there in that purple Guernsey today for well-being. And Ogle with a ton of space.
Now Butterworth again, up to Spilios, another player that's had a fair few kicks this afternoon on the far wing, right under the Australian flag that is not moving all that much at the moment.
Off he goes, worn out, onto the left foot, drives him deep into attack, looking for Joe Ricketts, can't quite get it, but he's got metres as a spare. Not taken in the tackle by a Loxton player.
Keeps it in board now, Dane Austin from outside 50. Looks long. A lovely little shepherd there from Drugamullah, and that's gone through the middle. That's a goal. Dane Austin, what a ripper.
Reckon it might have been Wesley, Lockie.
Yeah, that was Dane Austin.
Sure, it was on the right foot. Wesley's getting a fair few pats on the back, number 23.
I reckon it was... as I was calling that, Nobby, the pillar here at the Barmera Monash Football Club.
Got in the way, did it?
And I saw Dane Austin with the ball, and then I've gone around the door to see who it was and just assumed he'd kicked that. We might have to double-check that one this week.
Only reason I'm working on it is because Austin's a left footer and Wesley's a right footer, and he went on his right foot. So I reckon it might have been... I'm going to give it officially to Dan Wesley, but we'll see. And apologies to Dane Austin if it was him.
It was a good little shepherd too from Tony Drugamullah on the last line of defence.
Back in the middle, rucks up, Durden on it. Through goes Loxton, Harley Campbell. Through he goes, gets it on the boot, follows it up, but can't get it back. Out it comes, Barmera with players to burn here. That was Butterworth. Goes to Matthew Watke, shoots it across to Spilios, who's playing all on his own out on that wing, and he fires it forward, but not to any teammate, and the ball rustles over the boundary. I reckon it might be a last disposal kick to Loxton. It is in the back pocket.
They've awarded that one to Dane Austin, Nobby.
They have? Well, good. I love to be corrected by things like that, Lockie.
I've just checked the technology that we have here, which is limited. Dan Wesley's kicked 2 for the afternoon.
So's Austin.
So's Austin, yeah. There we go.
I love it. Bit of technology, that's what we need.
It's not the best technology, but it is technology.
I love the way you're all over it, mate.
5RM football for McDonald's Renmark.
So we can bring an accurate 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark.
I'm going to go through the scores in a second, but this could be Barmera Monash's highest score for the year today.
Highest score on the Berry Better scoreboard they've had this season.
And it could be it's going to be their biggest margin, biggest win this year.
The question is, will it help the percentage difference between the Loxton Tigers and the Loxton North Panthers?
Oh, I don't think there's enough space in that, Nobby.
It's not a risk. Out the ball comes. This time Loxton trying to paddle it forward, but cut out by Barmera. Back in over it. Ball forced forward in the attacking area, and a lovely mark taken by the Barmera forward who was in front, first to the footy, and I reckon this might be your man again, Lockie.
That's Dane Austin, number 6 for the Barmera Monash Roos.
Lining up for his third goal. Am I allowed to say that?
Could be.
From 20 metres out. Should be
straight
no
in
trouble.
Front. Similar position to where Harley Campbell was last week. Nobby Norton's famous words. Goes back.
No problems at all for Austin. Drives it through for his third. And Barmera Monash's 14th goal takes them to 14-6-90, leading Loxton 5-5-35, 55-point margin on the Berry Better scoreboard in favour of the Barmera Monash Roos.
5RM football for McDonald's Renmark. And Cafe Coffee, worth the detour. It's rich and rounded on the all-day menu. 55 points the margin, you said. Starting to get a little bit ugly for the Loxton Tigers. Who've come into this game a little bit undermanned. They battled hard early. A couple of, what would you say, loose moments really have blown this game apart.
Yeah, what you want to see here from the Tigers, you just want to see the commitment, you want to see the tackles, and you want to see them try and get the ball forward to key forward so they can get a bit of confidence to go into next week's round of football.
5RM football back in the middle. And it's Jordan Beach now doing the ruck work for the Roos.
Durden back in there. He's battled manfully all day. Pretty much carried the load in Carter Wright's absence.
He hasn't had much of a rest. Katsidis every now and then, but not
lovely hit out
much.
that time. Tristan Jackson runs onto it but couldn't get it free, but it bobbles out. Nathan Brown runs onto it, drives the Tigers into attack.
Can the Tigers salvage something out of this? Hudson Voigt went to ground. Ball still loose. Working it forward, Loxton. Barmera Monash get a wild old kick and clear it out of there. And there's Dane Austin, who's having a ripping fourth quarter.
He's brought his own footy to this last quarter. He shoots it forward.
Inboard to Whitbourne. I'm just going to hold her up for a second here and goes on the right angle. Barmera Monash style. They love that, the right angle kick.
Jamison Whitbourne, his has been a four-quarter performance today, Lockie, and he's been very, very reliable for the Roos. He has plenty of mates in that category too. Two of them standing here at half forward, all on their own, being Burton and who else we got out here?
Tony Drugamiller.
Both out here, all on their own.
No, it's not.
No, it is Mitchell Johnson, who has the job on Caden Evans.
Tough ask. He's probably done all right. Inboard 50. Umpire's called a free for a Shepherd off the ball. Hudson Voigt's got the free. He's inside attacking 50.
I reckon he's a chance to make this journey here, I reckon. Both these Voigt lads give it a fair roost, as did their father and grandfather. Never too shy to kick the ball more than 50.
Loxton timekeeper's words, have a shot. It's always, when the timekeeper's backing you in, just to go for it.
He will shoot right on the 50, 49.5 metres, but he leaves it 10 metres short. And clever play there by Will Cowling. Could have taken possession of that, but he let it bounce in front of him and go over the boundary line so he'd get last disposal free kick.
And he'll get the free kick in the left-back pocket. Just goes short, holding possession now. Here's Ogle.
He's quite an intelligent chap, is William Cowling. Dr. Cowling, isn't he?
Doing all right.
Yep.
Had missed a few games this season, but I'm told he's good for the rest of the year now. Well, soon enough, anyway. Premiership player from last year.
Ball under the pack out in the far side half-back flank. Barmera players in after it. Come out of the pack with it. Can't get it clear. Ball still bobbling around. Umpire letting it go, which is good. Out to Jesse Will. He snaps them forward. Barmera player under it. Two Loxton players make a contest. Out it comes. Tigers pretty keen here to feast on this football and get a chance at goal.
Oh, there's a bit of a scrap going on here. Tigers are getting frustrated. Harley Campbell again.
Hang on, the card's coming out.
Someone's got a...
The yellow card's coming out of the sock, or is it the red card?
Saxton Mitchell's been told, have a break, mate.
What colour was that?
That was a yellow one.
Yeah, well, really at this time of the game with 6 minutes of game time left, it's probably not a bad thing. Saxton could be first in the showers, get the water while it's hot.
You wait for the cheer when he comes off here. I reckon the Barmera Monash supporters are going to give him a bit of a well done, mate.
He comes
they
off,
don't.
He comes off. Okay. Disciplined approach here from the Barmera sidelines. Nice kick in, short kick, but umpire hadn't blown time on. I think you'll find here.
I'm just wondering what was going on there. It was a bit of a discussion going around.
Umpire's got the footy. They were waiting for the player to leave the ground and be replaced.
Right, okay.
So what was being going on there?
So coming up to the 17-minute mark, it's a commanding lead to Barmera Monash. Loxton with the ball just outside their attacking 50.
Campbell with the ball, pointing at the goals. Comes on, goes short onto his left, shoots it at the top of the square, and a lovely lead by Rollins, but couldn't quite gather it in. Jesse Will had the crumb but couldn't get free. Lovely attack on the ball by Rollins there, but he couldn't quite bring it to ground.
Ball up, 20 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Jesse Will crumbs it, but who's there? William Cowling got a hand on it. It's going to be paddled through by a foot by
another behind
Burton.
For the Tigers, takes them to 5-6-36. Trailing Barmera Monash 14-6-90. 9-goal difference. Handball in. Oliver Voigt again to the coach Brown. He gets it back. Still goes forward. Campbell wraps up the Barmera defender for a ball up.
Fun fact, William Cowling, Nobby.
Yep.
My under-10s football coach messaged me, I'm going to say about 9 months ago now, Jeff Pistola, Adelaide Hills. Yep. Coached him as well.
Okay. Campbell, Oliver Voigt out here.
I'm a bit older than William Cowling is.
Oliver Voigt shoots the ball in, takes the mark, shoots it across, finds Luke Salmon. Very good performer for Loxton today, but not a lot of buddies.
So, Tigers trying to salvage something here and get something out of it.
It's good play. Take possession, take your shots. He comes in, shoots right on the 50. Giving it a fair ride, a big pack up in the goal square. No one brings it down. The ball goes to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. Be a ball up about 15 metres out from the Loxton goals, dead in front.
Bonnie and Armfield do the right work.
Lovely hit out from
Jesse Will paddles it, trying to find a bit of space. Tigers players trying to clear this one out. Here's Evans. Now a handball. Campbell pops it from 45.
What a goal. There's a goal.
The Tigers supporters have had to wait a while, but they've kicked their sixth for the afternoon. 5RM football. 6-5-41. Loxton North. That's not Loxton North. Loxton. 6-5-41 to Barmera Monash. 14-6-90.
Good play from a couple of the Tigers' young guns there in Evans and Campbell. And Campbell sold the dummy, or the candy, came back onto his left foot, kicked a lovely goal. His second for the day, Loxton's sixth. So they haven't thrown in the towel.
49 points still the margin. Will we see Barmera Monash crack the ton? It hasn't happened this much in Riverland footy this season, W. Norton.
No, it has not. Happens all the time in the AFL. I've got a rule. I reckon the first team to 100 wins. Didn't quite happen for the Freo Dockers today, though.
I like it. Jesse Will gets it by hand. Handballs to Salmon. Now inside 50 for the Tigers. They're not done with just one.
Here we go.
Kick
Tigers
out
with
from
numbers
Barmera
out
Monash,
here.
but now Voigt. Sorry, not Voigt. Evans to Campbell inside 50, and he'll have a set shot.
This was the same combo that resulted in the last goal. This time he goes over the top and gets Voigt Hudson, who chips it even shorter to the coach, who waited for it.
And he was absolutely dumped by a sea of Barmera Monash players.
Bit harsh on the Loxton coach. I thought he was thrown to the ground without the footy then. Ricketts shoots it in, but intercepted by Will. He chips it across, has players in the middle of the ground. Salmon, he has another one wide. Goes wide again, this time out to Ethan Cornish. He looks up, can't find anyone. Goes long towards the goals. Out towards Armfield, who arrives late and catches the Barmera opponent high. And there'll be a free kick to Barmera Monash.
Justin Bonney with the ball. 21 minutes now played. 49-point margin.
Another turnover. There's not even a Barmera player within cooey of that. That was turned straight over to the Loxton Tigers player. He shoots it forward, finds Armfield on a lead. He turns around onto the left, shoots it short, and gets Harley Campbell again. This is about from where he snapped that last goal in play. Can he kick his third for the day?
A bit more of an easier opportunity this time. Cleared a few players that last time round. A goal of the day contender.
Oh, it definitely is. It's right up there, high amongst them. We'll get a mention, Lockie.
So set shot, kicking from 45 out, 45-degree angle. It's a wobbly old kick, but I don't think it matters because that is the Tigers' seventh goal of the afternoon. Brings the margin back to 43 points on the better scoreboard.
Which almost means that being down 41 at half-time, that the Tigers have broken even almost with the Roos in this second half, which is a pretty fair effort when you consider they went in almost 7 goals down at half-time and are only going to lose by the same margin. So you could say they've staged to fight back, they've fought it out, and this will hold them in reasonable stead in terms of confidence going forward.
They've done all right. Just getting some messages through. The Panther phone might get fired up in a minute, Nobby Norton.
It's all going. It's all good out there, is it?
The landline, no one's been through it with a post-hole borer today, so it's all good. No mobile service out there, Nobby Norton, as you know all too well.
Well, I'm hearing all the time it's a black spot, Lockie.
It's a black spot, all right.
Ball comes out. Tigers, chain of handball. Through comes the Tiger Army. Chain of handball out to Jesse Will on the wing. He looks up. Has no one really to give it to. Cornish to Jacob Evans. Meets the Barmera player hard. Shoots the handball out to Salmon. He gets clear, but has to shoot it up. Through comes Durden, but couldn't quite break free. No, it wasn't Durden, sorry. It was Daniel Zanowicz, who's had a fair effort, the young fella. He's managed to hold his position in the Tiger side for quite a few weeks. Pretty good. Up it goes. Caden Evans this time. Can't break out of the tackle with it. Wrapped up by Beach. and taken to the ground.
Cohen Harris, the hard tag on Evans there.
Yeah, he's had him all day, which has limited him a little bit, but he's still had an influence. Ball comes out, this time Zanowicz again, gets it out towards the skipper, Jesse Wild, taken to the ground without the ball, but umpire says play on. Barmera player taken, play on again, says the ump.
Get another ball up, starting to get a little bit messy, a bit scrappy. Coming up to the 24-minute mark,
I'll
quarter.
tell you what, these Evans boys don't mind it when it gets down and dusty in the trenches. They have a go. Here he comes again, Jacob Evans shoots the handball out. Chain of handballs.
Out, Caden.
Out to Caden. He drives it forward, drives him into attack. Oh, almost.
That was Voigt, couldn't quite drag it in one hand. Inboard it goes. Tigers could be dangerous here if they can get it cleanly. They can't. Loose on the ground and a kick inside 50, but it's all for nothing because it's been a resounding win for the Barmera Monash Roos. 14-6-90, defeating the Loxton Tigers 7-5-47. It was tight early, but in the end, it was a day for the Roos at the Lakeside. We'll wrap things up right after this. 5RM Football.